Now comes the most important or probably most difficult part, how to write. So I'm pretty sure like me, all of you or most of you are challenged how to write. लिखना कैसे है डॉक्टर साहब वो बताइए, how to write, because I'm not an English speaking author, same is the case with me. So I would give you a couple of tips that have helped me, my colleagues, and these are globally accepted tips. There are like millions of tips available, but I'm going to share a couple of them that you can integrate in your practice and can write good articles. First of all, please go back to the pre-planning phase. Read a lot. You cannot write well if you don't read a lot. And why do you need to read a lot? Because if you want to publish your article in a particular journal, please read at least 5 full text articles and 15 abstract from that journal before you start writing for that journal. Why? Because once you read the articles, you would appreciate what is the structure of the articles and the text and the language that is being published in that particular journal. कहने को तो it is the IMRED format, but every journal has certain structure, certain languages that they publish. So if you read a lot, you will have a lot of ideas, you would learn how to write good articles, and then you would actually can write good articles. Number 2, train for the task. English is not your first language, it's not mine. There are really fantastic websites online available that train you in the academic writing. One of the highly recommended website is the University of Purdue online online workshop on it's probably online workshop on learning or writing, and it's very important because they teach you academic writing and journal English writing through a course which is again free of cost. I've given you the link, you can explore it later on. Please consider American versus British English. It's very important. Do you know the difference between the American and British English? And do you think it's important to know? And why should you bother? Thank you, Dr. Adnan, for your comment. So why it's important to know American versus British English? Give me some examples. Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Yusuf. Because journals have preferences. Not only preferences, the instruction to author clearly mention that you should write your article in British English or American English. Example, Americans would write tumor as T-U-M-O-R. The British would write it T-U-M-O-U-R. Hematology, Americans would write H-E-M-A-T-O-L-O-G-Y, hematology. The British would write H-A-E-M-O. Pediatrics, Americans, P-E-D. UK, P-A-E-D. So please remember, it's a very important thing that people tend to forget. And please tell me, what is the default mode or the language mode of Microsoft Office? Is it British English or the American English? What is the default mode of language in the standard Microsoft Office? Or it's the American English. Just imagine you are writing from JPMA, Journal of Pakistan Medical Association, Index Biomedical Journal of Pakistan. They specifically say that write in British English, and you have written your beautiful article, fantastic article in American English. As soon as the editor open up the article on her computer, and her computer has a default mode of British English, each one of your spelling mistakes is going to be highlighted as a mistake. Just imagine the first impression you are giving to the editor once she opens up your article, that you did not bother to read the instruction to author, you did not honor their instruction to author. Do you really think that people are going to accept your article and read through it? They simply send it back to you. So if you want to write good articles and publish them in good biomedical journals, please take care of simple things. They do matter most. Then you have to allocate time for writing, and which means you have to write daily. I know people are challenged and they have difficulty in writing, and they say we can't write well, we can't write more. It doesn't matter. If you want to travel a long distance, so either you start traveling from one place to another place in one day, or you travel a little bit of the distance every day. So writing one paragraph per day is better instead of like sitting down and doing nothing and staring at the screen. So please, all of you are professionals, you have personal lives, you have professional lives, you have to maintain a work-life balance. But it's important that if you're having specifically a writer's block, a thought block, keep on writing, but please write a little bit every day. And please do not aim for a perfect draft on the first go. The first draft should be a rough draft. It can be a crappy draft. It should be a free flow writing. Simply sit down or take a piece of paper and start writing. Write whatever comes to your mind. Do the editing for the second time or the third or the fourth revision. Please do not aim for a perfect draft on the first go. If you do that, you're going to waste your time and you would have a thought block again and again. Simply start writing. And just imagine if you're writing the methodology. It's so simple. It's all based on the work that you actually did. So you can actually write the methodology section of a research article in less than 15 minutes if you did the research, with your own hands. So please write a free flow of article on the first go. Try to use active voice. Active voice means that instead of saying the rabbits were fed 3 grams of drug A, so you say we fed the rabbits 3 grams of drug. So active voice is more preferred than passive voice in medical writing nowadays. Always take a break. Once you write your manuscript, the first draft, the second or the third draft, please take a break. It's very difficult to identify mistakes if you keep on working on that manuscript without break. Take a break of a day or a week. It all depends on you and on your deadlines. But taking a break allows you to refresh your mind and have a different perspective. So please try these tips and you will write a good article. Surprisingly, there's a difference between reading and reading aloud. So you write an article, you think it's a perfect article. But please let me tell you, once in a while, try reading that article aloud, all alone, and listen to the words coming out of your own mouth, which you are reading from your own article. Some of them will not make sense. So sometimes reading aloud your own article will help you edit and write better. And last but not the least, please ask for help. Internet is your best friend. If you have good colleagues who can edit your articles for you, who can give you good advice, please go and ask for help. And this is again, it connects back to the pre-planning. If you have a good team, if you have good mentors, they are going to help you and you are going to write a good research article, inshallah. So moving forward, let's do an exercise and then I'll introduce the special guest. Okay, can you read this? For each of the following phrase, use a single word or 2 words to convey the same meaning. Can everyone read this?